The time has come to get rid of this notion of sell side and buy side. It is deficient and it actually harms everybody in this, because it makes it seem as if brands and their partner organizations are in kind of commander-servant relationships. And if you look at the research on what we're calling the direct brand economy, you find it's completely different from that. These are about vital integrated supply chain relationships that the brands cannot live without, and nor obviously can publishers and others live without. So I think this whole notion of buy side and sell side is just awful language and ought to be banished for all time. Secondly, when it comes to the concept of brand safety, and you remember me saying last year, this also is a bad term, because it's not just brand safety we're talking about consumer safety as well. But let's call it brand safety for the time being. The direct brand economy research also casts that in a very different light, because up until now, we have tended to think of this as, oh, it's all about the brands necessarily protecting their reputation. And what we're proving is that this has nothing to do with that soft thing called reputation. What this is about is first-party data. First-party data, as I said, fuels every function of the enterprise. You not only make a sale from it, you also have your entire future product development based on it. If you take a look at Nike, Nike is creating products based on this enormous amount of first-party data it's getting in. All these companies are doing that. The way they price and determining, who gets charged market pricing, who gets something given away for free, who gets a discount. These things are now being done increasingly in real time, and those mechanisms are being built on real-time feedback loops. So what this means is a company requires continuous access to first-party data, which means that it requires the complete trust of its consumer base. The equation here is very simple. No trust equals no data equals no company. So that's what the issue. What we're saying at the end of this report is that brand safety is not optional. It is essential to the future of a brand. So I like that we can make that case, because, as you know, IAB has been in the leadership of brand safety and consumer safety. And of course, vast changes have taken place over the past several years. 2017 was probably the best year ever, because all the brand safety crises illuminated everything that we've been talking about for years. And so it drove a lot of change in the industry. I mean, for example, Mark Pritchard, the chief brand officer at Procter & Gamble, gave the opening keynote at our conference last year and made a series of requirements on the industry, one of which was requiring anyone who wanted Procter & Gamble's business to join TAG, the Trustworthy Accountability Group. So what happened in the year since? TAG membership quadrupled. Now more than 400 companies, publishers and data companies that are now members of TAG are going through TAG certification. This is in more than 24 countries. So that's all because of what happened at the IAB annual leadership meeting last year. Pritchard himself, in an interview last month with Digiday, said that 80% of what he asked for had been accomplished in 2017. Still a ways to go, but that's a pretty good report card for a one-year change on brand safety.